Hi, everybody, and welcome to this Bulls Update. I'm Paul Peck, joined by UB head track and field coach Vicki Mitchell. Season is well underway, the indoor season, obviously. You're off to a good start. We want to talk a little bit about where the team has been, where you're going, and some outstanding performances already. And let's get right into it. At Cornell for your last meet, and you turned out a very good performance. Give us the highlights.
You know, it was just great to have everyone back, and generally we use that opener meet as our rest buster, as most of the students haven't been in starting blocks since last May and June, so it was great to have the team back. Outstanding first meet for us. We were very pleased with the performances across the board.
You had 6 of your performers hit MAC championship qualifying standards, 7 personal records, 37 top 5 finishes. I mean, if that was a winter break buster, it turned out pretty well, didn't it?
It did. The athletes were just excited to get out and compete without the stresses of classes right now. Always a great way for us to get started. But to get some of those students with the MAC qualifiers already is the way to start it off. It just set the right tone for us.
All right. Well, we want to highlight a couple of individual performances. The Crimmins and Cribben, Ryan and Brian firm here turned in outstanding performances up at Cornell. First, let's talk about Ryan Cribben and his performance in the shot put.
You know, on his last throw, he threw a personal best, which is obviously leading the conference right now, ranked top 10 in the nation right now. For him, it was a fabulous meet, and that's just the beginning of what we're going to see from him. He's working hard, stronger than ever, and excited to see where it's going to take him this season.
Right, and Ryan had to share the MAC Track and Field Athlete of the Week award with his teammate, Brian Crimmins. Brian, an outstanding performance in the mile.
He sure did. And the great thing about Brian is he's coming right off of meniscus knee surgery. So this is his first competition since last spring. It was a fantastic performance for him to get started. His aspirations are certainly much higher, but I think from the aspect of coaching, we were very pleased for him to get that first race under the belt.
He's got the best mile time in the MAC. Is that something that now becomes a goal for him to hang on to that record, even though he did it in the first meet like that?
It will. And, you know, in the Mid-American Conference, we have some incredibly talented athletes and a lot of All-Americans in all the events. So Brian's going to be looking for that close to 4-minute mark in the mile and continue to work his way there, has his eye on his own school record of breaking that again.
Right. All right. So those guys were the track and field athletes of the week with the outstanding performances for each of them, but they weren't the only ones that were certainly worthy of mention and worthy of top performances. Let's talk a little bit about Anthony Clark.
Anthony Clark, freshman right out of the blocks, had personal best in the 60. Hitting that auto MAC qualifier was just outstanding. I don't want to say that we were surprised by it, but for a freshman to have that much composure in their first collegiate competition was really super.
Right, and then some of the sprint action on the female side, Malaya White and Kyla Kenyon also turning in, again, season-opening performances pretty amazing.
Two first places, and for 2 seniors to start their indoor season with such conviction is exciting. Malaya running a personal best by quite a bit in the 60-meter really set in. She's pumped. Look for some great things from her.
So what does this tell you about where your season might go based on the performances here in the first meet?
I'll tell you what, it's early. It's early. Don't like to make too many predictions, but if we continue on this track, continue to have more personal best, more MAC qualifiers, more MAC leaders, that's the direction our program is going. And between the experience of our seniors and a lot of young, fresh talent, it's going to be a great season.
All right, next up for you is something you're really excited about. You're going to New York City. That's exciting in itself, but a brand new venue for track and field. Tell us a little bit about your trip to Staten Island this week.
Sure. The Ocean Breeze Staten Island complex is a brand new indoor track and field, 200-meter hydraulic mondo surface, and just opened up this year, and the reviews of it have been fantastic. We're going to be down there with about 20 other Division I teams, scored competition, and it's just going to give us that opportunity to get out, compete, head-to-head, get some performances in an outstanding facility, and see what we can do. It's another step in the direction of the MAC championships.
Right. Is it unique at all that a brand new facility like that would open? Is that pretty prominent, or do they not happen all that often?
You know, in New York, it's nice to see it happen. There are a lot of other states that have been popping up amazing indoor facilities. This is the first one in New York in a little bit, but it's going to get a lot of action between the college meets and the high school meets down there. We'll be there quite a bit, I'm sure.
All right, well, enjoy your trip to the Big Apple, and we'll look forward to the report when you get back.
Sounds great. Go Bulls.
That is Vicki Mitchell, the UB head men's and women's indoor and outdoor track and field head coach. Thanks for joining us for this week's Bulls Update.